Marcus Aurelius ruled the world and reminded himself daily he would die. The idea I will share at the end of this changed how the most powerful man in history faced every single day. As Epictetus, I had the privilege of studying the writings of Marcus Aurelius, and I can tell you that his daily meditations were unlike anything you've ever heard before. Every morning, Marcus Aurelius would wake up and ask himself a series of questions. He would ask himself what he was grateful for, what he was looking forward to, and what he could improve on. But most importantly, he would remind himself of his own mortality. He would tell himself that he was just a temporary visitor in this world, and that his time was limited. This mindset allowed him to stay focused on what truly mattered, and to let go of external events that were beyond his control. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. By embracing his own mortality, Marcus Aurelius was able to find the courage to take action, to pursue his goals, and to live a life of purpose. But what did he write next in his journal is something most people are afraid to admit. What Marcus Aurelius wrote next in his journal is something most people are afraid to admit. As I delved deeper into the writings of Marcus Aurelius, I discovered that his daily meditations were not just about reminding himself of his own mortality, but also about cultivating a sense of inner strength and resilience. He believed that the key to living a good life was to focus on things within his control, and to let go of external events that were beyond his control. As he wrote, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." By focusing on his own thoughts and actions, Marcus Aurelius was able to find a sense of peace and tranquility, even in the midst of chaos. But how did he do it? How did he manage to stay focused and calm, even when faced with the challenges of ruling the Roman Empire? The answer lies in his daily practice of negative visualization. Every morning, Marcus Aurelius would imagine himself losing everything he had. He would imagine himself losing his wealth, his power, and even his loved ones. By doing so, he was able to prepare himself for the worst, and to find a sense of gratitude for what he had. As he wrote, "The greatest wealth is to live content with little." The next lesson is the one Seneca considered the hardest, and the most necessary. The next lesson is the one Seneca considered the hardest, and the most necessary. It is the lesson of living in the present moment. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The present is the ever-moving shadow that divides yesterday from tomorrow." In that lies hope. By focusing on the present moment, Marcus Aurelius was able to let go of regrets about the past and worries about the future. He was able to find a sense of peace and tranquility, even in the midst of chaos. But how can we apply this lesson to our own lives? How can we learn to live in the present moment, and to let go of our regrets and worries? The answer lies in the practice of mindfulness. By being fully engaged in the present moment, we can find a sense of peace and tranquility that is not dependent on external events. We can learn to observe our thoughts and emotions, without becoming attached to them. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive." What comes next is the practice the Stoics hid from most people. What comes next is the practice the Stoics hid from most people. It is the practice of self-reflection and introspection. Every evening, Marcus Aurelius would take the time to reflect on his actions and decisions. He would ask himself what he had done well, and what he could improve on. He would reflect on his thoughts and emotions, and how they had impacted his actions. By doing so, he was able to learn from his mistakes, and to become a better person. As he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This practice of self-reflection and introspection is something that we can all learn from. By taking the time to reflect on our own actions and decisions, we can learn to become more mindful and intentional. We can learn to let go of our regrets and worries, and to focus on the present moment. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By reflecting on our own thoughts and emotions, we can learn to become more aware of our own strengths and weaknesses, and to make positive changes in our lives. So, what is the most counterintuitive insight that Marcus Aurelius had, and how can we apply it to our own lives? The answer lies in his daily practice of embracing his own mortality. By reminding himself of his own mortality, Marcus Aurelius was able to find the courage to take action, to pursue his goals, and to live a life of purpose. He was able to let go of external events that were beyond his control, and to focus on what truly mattered. As he wrote, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." By embracing our own mortality, we can learn to live in the present moment, to let go of our regrets and worries, and to focus on what truly matters. So, if you want to learn more about the daily thoughts of Marcus Aurelius, and how you can apply them to your own life, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We will be releasing more videos on Stoicism and personal development, and we would love for you to join us on this journey. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. If these words gave you strength today, subscribe. New Stoic wisdom every single day. The best is yet to come.